What do you remember about December 7th, 1941?
We lived in Toronto because of the Depression. People lived there, and we moved in with them in Toronto. Well, Toronto was a hick town in those days, in the early 30s. And I went to school there in Toronto. And then December 7th broke out, and we were still Americans. But I remember to this day, I was selling newspapers, extras, and I made a lot of money. Of course, in those days, if you made 25 cents, man, that was big time money.
And once you were discharged, when you came back to Detroit, what did you do at that point? How was it coming back as a veteran? There were lots of...
It was all right. I had a job when I left. I worked for the Michigan Central Depot, the old railroad station. I worked there, and one of the benefits that if you went in the service, because a lot of guys went, that when you came back, your seniority remained. It just continued. So I had a job.
Do you remember when you may have first learned about what the Germans were doing to the Jews of Europe? Was there a point in time that you became aware of that, or?
Well, most of the people didn't know nothing, because we weren't given, there was no information. It wasn't in no paper or nothing. We didn't know. There were rumors floating around what was going on, and because they kept it shot still. But after, it was horrible.
So when that great-grandchild is old enough, if great-grandchild says to you, what can you tell me is the most important thing I should remember about what happened during World War II, that I should always remember? What would you want that great-grandchild to remember that, his papa or great-grandpa Arnold shared with him?
Well, you know, how the war started, like in Pearl Harbor, and how desperate things were. He didn't know if we were going to be losing the war, because it was bad. You really didn't know what was going on, because they only told you what they wanted you to know.